All right, hello. Welcome into the Pioneer Podcast, episode 149, I think it is. Jarrett and I have been abandoned by everybody else. It's a rainy, sad day here.
Yeah, it's a light crew. Cooley's out of town. Soup's out of town. Coach is playing bocce. Chris is playing bocce.
And
Matt's busy. Jeff's busy.
So it's just
Oh,
us.
It's
It's us.
just us two.
Special guest, baby. Special
Look who's
guest.
here. It's Nick.
No, we're kidding.
It's Nick, and it's Say. Whoa!
Hey!
Yeah.
I think it's the first time they've joined us since we were outside. I think. No, maybe. I think. No. They've. Been
I was on
inside
one
before.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think they've
yeah.
both.
You
They've both been in the
Say that.
studio.
I think one of the most recent times that you've been on the show is when we were off NyQuil in Deep Creek.
Oh God, that was my appearance. I think.
I think
right?
it was, yeah.
I don't think I ever went outside. I think NyQuil.
Yeah, it might have been.
When we
It
were
might have been
drugged
Deep
up.
Creek, and I think one of the times I know you were in the studio, we were talking about. It was one of the hardest we ever laughed because Cooley said that
Mhm.
when he was gonna have surgery, he said he was gonna go to the doctor.
Yeah.
And then Jub said that.
Oh yeah, what was that
it was
about?
triple. He said that I forget the
He was
context of it,
talking
but it
about
was.
his head, and he said he's gonna go to the doctor to get surgery. He said I gotta go to the doctor. Like I'm gonna get
No,
surgery.
this was a long time ago. I don't know what he said. It was some context of like, if you're going to the doctor.
I think Jubb was talking actually about like.
Oh no, okay, I
a heart
remember.
attack.
He was talking about people getting surgery, and he said that people, when they need to get surgery, they just say, "I'm going to go to the
Oh,
doctor."
Yeah, and then you said, "Well, if I'm getting triple bypass, I'm
Yeah.
not saying I'm going to the doctor.
Yeah.
You gotta get a major surgery."
Okay.
He said, "You're gonna go to the doctor."
Right, I gotta
Um,
get triple bypass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go let my
Yeah, I'm going-
pediatrician know at my annual appointment.
So we're here in the Pioneer, well, not in the Pioneer Studios. If you're watching
Yeah.
this, we are in our own
It's
separate
It's
locations.
another work from home day.
Yeah, it's rainy and thundery outside, so we figured we would just do this. It's actually the day after we're supposed to record them because I just couldn't be bothered yesterday. I was I was so tired after our
Yeah.
Special Olympics game, which both of you guys actually were at.
Yeah, we're gonna hit that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
for sure. Oh.
See,
Oh.
I won't
we
be
were in a
hard
nice
on.
flow, and now he just.
I just want to say, chat. I don't support that.
I think the past two times we've done this, I send them off with a burp. But anyway, Special Olympics event. You guys are there. I've been saying all week that was one of the coolest things that I've seen in, like, probably the latter half of my life.
Yeah. Nick, you want to ask about it first? Talk about it first.
Just say that that place was packed, and I won't get in details of the second game because, to be honest, some of our Watchdog All Stars I was really disappointed in. I thought Cooley was out rebounded and dominated the paint.
Oh no, yeah,
Jarrett's effort on anything without the ball was borderline pathetic. He stood in the corner. He didn't box out. He didn't do much. He did hit a three.
Matt said, I think on the broadcast, he goes, and there's Jarrett not running.
But let's go to the first game. The energy in that gym matches maybe the most energy in a basketball game I've seen since I was maybe in high school.
Listen, my favorite part of that
like-
whole day was the first 5 minutes of the first game when I think Pickerington went down. They scored 5. They had two little short twos, and then Big Cage Beresford he hit a free point, a 3-point.
That game was really cool, and kudos to you guys just to be able to watch it. You guys dressed that thing up like it was a full blown production. You had the online stream; those guys called that game unbelievably. You had sideline interviews, you had intros, you had officials who were just into it.
Oh yeah,
that guy's charge call.
the best.
I almost fell out of my seat when I stood up. He did it perfect. He paused. Everybody leaned forward. He waited, and then he hopped right into it and set it the other way. Flav didn't even know. Flav was clueless. Yeah. Flav was absolutely clueless. He's also prayers up for Flav. I know he was having some stuff today. So prayers up. He said he was heading to the hospital to get some tests ran.
Oh, geez.
Well, he got elbowed. I don't know. Maybe it's an elbow because he got elbowed in the first
John,
half.
Everybody pray for Flav. That's all.
Yeah, well, I don't know if we ever even really talked about it much in the podcast. I feel like
What, the
actual
game?
event. Yeah, I don't know if we ever did really.
Yeah, I don't think we did either.
But if you don't know what we're talking about, we had a big time event on Sunday of, I guess, last week. And you're hearing this. We had the Ohio State champion Pickerington Jaguars play the West Virginia State champions, the Ohio County Eagles, over at Wheeling University, and it was unbelievable. Probably we've done a lot of shit, and probably the best thing that we've ever done. Just the whole environment. I mean, and big shout out to Wheeling University. They brought the football team, basketball team, women's basketball team, lacrosse team. The gym was absolutely packed. It rivaled a West Lib Wheeling environment.
Well,
basketball game. Seriously.
What I was trying to get to was so the Pickerington goes down. They go up 5 quick. I think they hit two little short twos. Then Cage Beresford hit a free throw, and then he missed the second one. Then the Ohio County Eagles got the ball and came back, and Larry Goodwin banged like a long 2. Dude,
you want me to, can I pull it?
He's Mr. Calm, Cool, and Collected.
I would say he was a fan favorite. He was dancing.
Oh, yeah.
He was boogieing down to what was that? What's that song? That dun 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 dun.
Well,
Jump on it. Jump on it.
There was a time the Eagles were dancing, and then I looked to the other end of the court, and number 42 for Pickerington is doing chin-ups on a rim.
Oh yeah. Jones.
Brendan.
I just looked right at the guy I was sitting next to, and I just said, "Oh, it's all broken
We're
loose.
in trouble. We're in trouble."
So we got chin-ups on the rim. We're dancing. We're down 15. And you know what? The difference in that game, and I think Chris Pavlik nailed it on the head. The difference in that game was a 3-ball.
They were. Yeah, I would say.
We struggled from behind the arc, and they made their threes.
Who was that kept letting it fly? Saavedra for Pickerington would just get the ball, and he would hit about half court and just prep to just fire away. But yeah, it's a fun event. If you missed it, you can actually go online right now, Pine Room Studios, youtube.com/@PineRoomStudios. Go watch it. It's worth a watch.
Yeah, Pickerington ended up winning 55-39. It was a big time game. And then we played after the Watchdog All-Stars, and we also got beat by Pickerington, which was a fun event. It really was awesome, and I appreciate everybody coming out for that, because it was seriously, like I said, the environment rivaled a West Lib Wheeling game out there at Wheeling. It has to be probably one of the best environments they've had there for a while, because Wheeling hasn't been the best for a little while, but again, it was awesome. It was great.
Jared had 1-3 that I completely missed on camera. Coach had an interview that had been delayed. It was supposed to be in the third quarter, or in the first half of that game, and then it got delayed, and then it got delayed a second time, and the third time we got him in this interview talking to the head coach of the Wheeling's basketball team. I pan to that coach, and I look out onto the court, and Jarrett is in the corner and hits just a 3.
No, top of the key. I hit right at top of the key. Yeah. I shot 2 corner threes, missed those, and I hit the one right at the top of the key.
Say that's about Coach too.
What's that?
Coach, he took about 15 trips to the top of the bleachers to the live stream table, and I think every trip he walked a little slower. And he was just a little more tired of walking up to the top of that bleacher to talk to the live stream table.
He kept trying to get over. He kept pulling himself over top. Oh, secondly, this is a good point you brought this up. Have you been into Wheeling Central's gym? Obviously, there's a crow's nest.
I've seen that. I've never been there, but I've seen it.
There's like a little platform with a railing on it. Cooley doesn't like running the camera, and he says he gets demoted when he goes to work the camera for whatever reason, which I think the camera work is one of the most important jobs of the whole production, because if you don't have good camera work, you don't have a good production. But anyway, so my dad, Coach, he takes on the role of going up into that crow's nest, And in
Oh
that
my
crow's
God.
nest, you can't move. If you're up there for an hour and a half until the game's over, however long the game is.
He had to pee. I guarantee he had to pee.
Well, I don't think he had to pee, but he has one real knee. The other one is replaced. And I told him at the beginning, I was like, listen, you can't stand up there the whole time. You have problems moving as it is. He goes, no, I'm fine. I look over, and after the first half, and he looks at me and goes, like he shakes his head like it just looks so exasperated. So then at the end of the game, he came up and then he goes, my fucking knee hurts so goddamn bad. And the next day he couldn't walk. He couldn't walk the next day.
We had the Special Olympics game that day because we had Park game on Friday. We live streamed Central game on Saturday.
He had a serious limp lagging around at the.
Well, and the thing with him, he wants to do every event big time. I mean, the bigger the better, and he wants everything to go well. But god damn, he drives Jubb and I could legitimately fight him. I could fight my own father sometimes.
He asked me, and this is just a small example. So I had to get this HDMI cord for the back of a TV so that we could have it working in our actual radio studio. He asked me 3 different times today whether that cord has been ordered from Amazon today. By noon, we were in the car going to Best Buy getting the cord from Best Buy because he didn't believe me that I ordered the cord. But anyway, I want to bring this up. This is way off topic. I think we've talked about this, maybe not with you guys, but we've been together before and talked about tipping at restaurants. And the reason I bring it up is because I was going through some of my pictures, and we were at the one restaurant in Key West that was a breakfast place. I think you and I had a good meal. I think we had breakfast sandwiches every.
It was Patty. It was PD's place that she told Jarrett and you that we needed to go. The outside place with the fresh squeezed orange juice.
It started. Let me look it up.
Was it like the Bluebird or something?
Something blue. Let me look.
Blue Haven.
That's what it was. So
Blue Heaven.
If you don't know this, if you don't travel too much, breaking up a bill is not like a normal thing. If you go with a party, breaking the bill up is not normal.
It is and it isn't. And
What
I totally think it's like where I think East Coast. I think if you went East Coast, I think you're good. North Carolina, like I think once you get like into weird, like we've never had we've broken up the bill fine in other parts of Florida.
I mean,
Key West is just weird, and it's the truth. It's where literally the world stops. The southern point, the world stops. Because you're telling me that place down there was like any other place we've ever been?
I mean,
probably. I don't know. I honestly, I actually forget that we went there.
I do
To be
too.
honest with you. Like,
No,
I
actually forget it.
That whole trip was like a blur.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, like I
don't know.
forgot
I mean, the whole.
Remember that night when it started pouring rain and we were on the deck and it was just literally a rainstorm.
Where were we?
We're going into the club.
We were at one of those places on the
Oh, yeah.
And we looked out and it was literally raining sideways, and then we look around and there's 2 girls from Wheeling.
Yeah.
Key West. Oh, hey.
I don't know. I just thought it was weird. Literally every restaurant you weren't allowed to split the bill.
Yeah.
Except our favorite.
What was our favorite?
Popeyes?
Oh.
The deli. What was that deli called?
Oh, yeah, I had a chocolate milk there.
Oh, that deli was good, man.
Yeah, I don't.
See, but like I barely remember this stuff. I have a pretty good memory. That trip is hazy to me.
I know. I don't remember.
I don't know why.
Goldman's Deli.
I remember walking to that liquor store. We walked to a liquor store that was on like a main drag. I remember that. There was the time where we were trying to find a spot in Popeyes.
Wait, did we walk to a Starbucks that was ridiculously
We
far?
did. That was my fault.
I was
Yeah.
pissed. That actually, I remember being miserable.
Because I was like, oh yeah, guys, it's Starbucks right down the road,
Yeah.
and it was like a mile and a half away.
Dude, I was like, wait, we have to drive back.
Still stunned. I'll be honest. I'm still stunned with how cheap our lodging was for the place?
I don't remember
I don't remember
anything.
that.
I don't remember
I just
anything.
remember that we stayed there. We were there for a week, and it was a few days too long.
I mean,
Oh.
correct. But I did the lodging, so I remember what it was.
Oh wait, that was the one with the pool, and we were throwing beer off the balcony into the pool.
No, I don't think
Throwing,
so.
No,
yeah,
no.
we were. Where
That
was
might be a
that at?
dream. You
No,
might have had a
that
dream.
No,
was,
that-
was
no!
St. Pete. That was St. Pete right after COVID. That was
Yes.
in
I
Pasadena
wasn't there
Beach.
for that.
That
Yeah,
place-
no, yes, you were. I know
Yeah.
you were there for that.
Yeah,
That was the one when
that's
when
when,
literally like 15 of us went.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah,
the
okay,
jet
yeah,
ski
yeah.
Oh.
broke. Remember the
Yeah.
jet ski?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Because the neighbor yelled at us.
She said,
Oh my God, yeah.
"What
Yeah,
are you
yeah.
running
Maisie,
down?"
that was the night Maisie showed up.
But that didn't have a pool in the front.
in
It
the
is
back.
In the back.
near the beach.
Yeah, and we like didn't go in it ever. I don't think I ever
Yeah,
got
it
in
was,
it.
it was not a good
Key
one,
West
but I-
was the trip. Key West was the trip when you had that bullshit that you pulled when we went to the first night when we went to dinner.
Oh, you
And
went
you
to
had to stay
yeah,
back
but you
and
went
do-
to the Hard Rock.
It was
I
good.
mean, we were still we went
Yeah.
downtown.
I
but you
I
had to do
showed
it
up.
some-
Yeah, I had to finish the media guide for post one state tournament.
You showed up like a crack fiend.
No, here's the thing.
No,
you
that
waited
was
to
that the
finish
bad
it.
night?
You waited to finish it. You
No.
could have finished it before.
No,
we did.
it got put on me the day before we left, and I
You
was
should have said. Then you should have said no.
well, you know who was telling me to do that. The guy we were just talking about 15 minutes ago.
And remember this one too. This was one of the more low key, funniest parts about that trip. We went up to the McDonald's drive-through
No,
and we tried to order McDonald's, and this guy
Oh.
said, "Sorry, we're closed." And we said, "Oh, dang, okay." And we did a loop, and we saw a car pull up in front of us, and he took his order.
oh wait,
So we pulled back in, and he said, "Welcome to McDonald's. What can I get you?"
It's like, dude, you just told us we couldn't get
That's it.
anything.
Oh
And
yeah.
we ordered so
The reason
much.
we looped around was because we were looking to see if anything else was open.
And it didn't
was
make, but it
super
also
late.
didn't make sense. I don't think it was that late that night. That was the night after Jub freaked out with not freaked out, but had the energy Red Bull, vodka Red Bull, whatever it was, and was just wired up, and it was too much to handle.
what was
Yeah,
the one time when we were in the
I don't really
drive-through?
remember that.
We were in the drive-through and we were asking for like things changed, like no pickles and shit.
They're like, he's
Hot
a man, come on, man.
Yeah, I need.
Oh yeah. That
Oh,
guy
and, that-
hated
and
us.
that's
Come
when
on, man.
and that's when I backed into that spot, and then you guys said, "Well, why don't we just park in one of those?"
I
So we
did,
went
Point
yeah.
forward.
We
Because
had
That
to leave.
minivan was awesome.
Oh yeah, because we got it and there were all those chickens outside of the car.
Yeah.
That minivan was That minivan was awesome.
But Jub, what was your point?
The
that you wanted
the
to
whole
make with-
well, one of the points was two. I was gonna ask about breaking up the bill, whether you think it's that big of a deal. Two, I was gonna ask when do you tip for a service? So like I've been in scenarios where the little cash thingy where you put your card in, the whatever it's called, it'll come up with a tip.
I think that thing should be at every restaurant, and we should be able to break it up ourselves.
But
Like at Red Robin, like I think every single restaurant in the world should have that. They should go back there and they should put everything we bought on there, and I should be able to scroll and say this, and that on my check and pay right there.
I think they probably know that
Yeah.
if people did that, though, their servers wouldn't get shit because then you're not having a face-to-face interaction. But
They get the same thing. They get the same thing for me. I put it on. I tip. Most people pay with card anyways. I tip on the card. It's not like they look immediately.
I never tip with cash because I don't have cash on me ever. But
Rarely.
like I'll be in scenarios where I will be the one to pick shit out, or I can't remember exactly where, but it'll pop up on the screen like, do you want a tip? And I'm trying to think, Jared, I think you talked about this before, but we've been in scenarios where like you do the work and then the thing comes up with how much you want to tip. Do you know what I'm
It's
talking
always-
about?
Yeah, it's always those like the newer ones.
Those
and,
white
like,
ones.
I'll say
I mean,
this.
they have them
do
at the.
you
What's
guys
that?
do you tip to go at like restaurants? Like not like a Chipotle But like if you called into Uncle Pete's or Generations or anywhere like that, and you
No.
did to go, and you're
See,
walking in and
I
picking
don't
it up
think
and tip.
I don't think you should have to. I don't think that.
If anything, I want my tip to go to the chef. I don't
So
want my.
it goes to the chef and it goes to.
It ain't going to the chef. No way. It's gonna go to the server,
no,
whoever
it's-
made the order.
Someplace, no. It goes to the bartender usually, who boxes it up. And it goes, and I think some places split it with the cooks.
All right.
I'm not good at it, and I don't always do it. There's certain scenarios I definitely do it. And there's certain scenarios, like I've argued with somebody, one of my friends who was in that business for a while, and she always says, "Well, there's still people working on it," and I'm just like, well, yeah, me. I'm ordering it, walking in, and picking it up. Like, what do you want me to do? And then she yells at me. So I've been better at it. But I don't think I've never worked in the food business, but I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah, I don't know. It makes it very awkward. Like if you're like I know two places that we and Jub go to very often because it's right across from the office, and
Oh
the thing,
yeah.
like I mean, you don't like they don't do too much. I mean, I guess they do bring the food to you, but it just makes it so awkward when you're sitting there. You put your card in, and it says like the lady's watching you.
Here's
then
the thing too,
it's
though.
When
like,
do you-
would you like to tip?
What is a proper tip for somebody walking 20 steps to the back of the kitchen, grabbing the bag off the counter, and walking it to me? Like to me, it's like, oh, okay, here's $1.
Yeah.
Like that's not
Maybe that's what I should
$10
do.
worth of
Maybe-
activity.
Maybe that's what I need to start doing is carrying more cash on me, and then
Yeah.
based on what they do, then I'll I'll do no tip, and then maybe just give them $1, like
Well,
you said. I don't know.
Say I was gonna ask
I'll
you.
always tip if I know them. If I know the person behind the bar,
Yeah.
like I know them, I always make
Well, and
sure.
I feel like if you like the restaurant, like if you know the people and it's like they're good people, they
And you
deserve
eat there
it.
a
then-
lot. They've
then,
always
yeah.
taken care
What
of
were
you.
you saying, Joe?
I was gonna ask. Say when are you in a meal or dining scenario where you go, this person does not deserve a tip?
I see. I'm awkward. Like
Usually the other night.
I feel bad if I can't give something. So I usually will tip like whatever it is, like 18% on the thing, like whatever is that. Then I go overboard if it's better. But I'm too awkward, like to literally just be like, "All right, see ya." Like, okay, I pay for it, but you aren't getting anything. Because remember, the worst service I've ever had has to be at what's a place I don't really. Cooley likes the Jerry. You get the wraps there up at the Highlands.
Chipotle?
Cheddar?
No.
Cheddar's?
Cheddar's. I haven't been
Oh.
there in years.
I
Cheddar's.
love cheddar.
I was there one time for damn near 2 hours.
best ranch in the world. I put it
I
in my
remember
bag.
I got that dessert cookie and it was harder than a frisbee. And so I was like, this is clearly the worst service I've ever had, worst food I've had. in a
Yeah,
while.
that wasn't good.
I
But
still tipped. So
Have-
like,
yeah,
Have you
that was
ever
bad too. I was there for that, but then they also brought back the onion rings, so they're even keeled for me. But I bathe in the ranch too, so Cheddar's is on the
God.
up and up for me. I would put multiple gallons of Cheddar's ranch dressing in a bathtub and lay in it
okay,
with my mouth open. Like,
that's sick.
Wow.
Cheddar's ranch dressing is the best ranch dressing, and legitimately, it's like up there with the old Alpha dressing.
You ain't never had Wingstop, man. There's
the
an
old.
Is that
when-
Pizza
when
Hut?
the Alpha- No, Wingstop's actually Wingstop.
No, Pizza Hut is Wingstop.
No, Wingstop's
No, you're drunk.
Bullshit. Pizza Hut is Wingstop.
They call themselves
This is-
Wing Street, Joe. Wing
No.
Street.
Wing Street.
Yeah, Wing Street. Yeah, Wing Street.
Don't
Yeah.
even
Joe,
bother
Joe,
saying
I
it
know-
wrong. You're
Joe, I know
wrong,
my
Joe.
hut.
Yeah.
You're right. We
Yeah,
do that.
Don't, hey,
right.
don't
We do that.
challenge. Don't
We do
challenge.
that
Stay
right.
with the hut.
The cinnamon rolls are cinnamon.
What about the hut we got at the studio
right.
when we watched the
He's
playoff
right.
game?
Great. The hut's great.
That
I'm
hut
glad-
was good.
That was
It was
banging.
good.
Um,
I
So-
tell you what, I
Just
might have
give
to
me the
start.
pizza.
I might have to start doing the hut a little bit more.
They're,
Yep.
hey, their boneless wings are great.
Job,
Like
The cinnamon
really
roll?
good. And I rarely, and if you ever get chicken products from a pizza place, and that breaks my rule, honestly, that it's a pizza place and I'm getting not pizza from it. But
You get it. You have a
Their
slice.
wings are great. You get them in
Boneless,
that big
boneless.
sphere, that big ball. You shake them up.
it.
Job,
Yep.
when have you ever gotten Pizza Hut, gotten wings, and then not had a little nibble on a slice too, though? Let's be
Oh,
real.
I mean, yeah, but
right, you've had a
What are you
slice.
chewing on right
I'm about
now?
to say, what the hell are you munching on?
pork rind.
Dog shit.
That
I'll
might be
say
the
this.
first time anybody's ever eat pork rinds in the middle
Pizza
of a
Hut's
podcast.
pasta, Pizza Hut's wings, Pizza
Pasta?
Hut's desserts, and Pizza Hut's pizza. Fire.
All right, I want to start with Say on this again.
Pizza Hut pasta. I didn't even know you could do that.
Oh,
Can
yeah,
you-
say you get it all the time, the chicken Alfredo.
Oh, Nick, you got that one pasta from Domino's, and the last time I think you've had it, you vomited it all up in Cooley's shower.
Yeah, what they cool. Yeah.
Nothing would make me more mad than when I'd go to order Domino's at our college house, and I'd read the address to them, and they're legitimately 1 minute from me, and they say, we can't deliver to you. And
Yeah, we used to have
like,
big
what do you
problems with
mean?
that.
And they're like, your address doesn't exist.
Because our
So
house
really,
was new and our address wasn't in
Nah.
the system.
I guarantee Tony never put it in the system.
Man,
Say.
we could go a long way with we could tell some stories about that place.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Jump.
Well, it's like start with Say, but talking about food, if you can recall your worst dining experience, like in recent history, because
Okay,
I
I have one that we were together. Well, I know it was with Nick. I can't remember who was on this cruise, but it was the worst hibachi.
was that where you were picking all the.
No, it's
Yeah,
Aruba.
that was
Benihana's. Aruba.
Benihana's.
Okay.
Benihana's.
It
Kevin.
was
Yeah, Benihana's.
the worst ever.
Dude, we asked
was
for
wrong
double
with it?
yum yum. We asked for
Shit.
double yum yum, and they gave double honey mustard.
I think I've yum yum. They put honey mustard on my shit, and
Oh,
I
God.
literally I remember thinking like this ain't right because it just didn't seem fun. Like like you walk in hibachi places, everybody's happy. It felt like you were in this like.
And we just had
You were
maybe
forced to be there.
the best.
Yeah.
We had maybe the best. We had the best food. The meal before that, we had these shrimp po' boys and these mudslides and
Oh,
this
yeah.
bar.
Whoa. That was when you vomited in the water.
Yeah, you're mixing.
You're
You was
right.
Aruba another
Yeah, no,
time.
I don't think I was there. I don't think we were there.
No,
for the
that was
first-
Aruba
Benihana's.
too. We went to Aruba twice.
Yeah.
No,
But
St. Martin.
St.
Ooh,
Martin. Yeah. Okay.
St. Martin.
Benihana's was in Aruba, and we were dead. We were on the beach the whole day, and we went to Benihana's, and it was I don't even want to say it was a poor man's fusion. It wasn't even a poor man's fusion. Like whatever fusion is, knock it down like 25 tiers, and that was Benihana's.
Jeez.
What was the place say when you? I think it was might have been that cruise. Was you got fried rice and you hand-picked all of the vegetables out of the fried rice.
Yeah, the onions. That was miserable. It took me like an hour. It was cold when I
Wait,
ate it.
all of the vegetables.
He
or
had
just
them
the-
all laid out. Like he
Well,
had
don't you think now
all
that
laid
it was
out.
Don't you think now that it was probably a little ridiculous and it might have been better off?
The
just
vegetables
eating it?
part, not
listen.
the onions part.
He
But-
went. Either the
You
rice
know
was
that
really
was
good
awesome.
or he was just hungry because you spent 45 minutes picking all that out.
But that's how you know how bad Benihana's was. Hibachi's my favorite food, so the fact that that's my worst meal shows you how bad. You know what I mean? That's how bad Benihana's was. That I hated it.
It
The
was
meal
bad.
of hibachi.
Have
I
you
wonder-
ever walked?
Say,
Have you ever
remember
walked
when-
out of a restaurant?
Yeah, yep.
We almost did.
Oh, my God!
Key
That's, I
West.
still
See,
regret that.
So
I
that's
still
what I
regret
thought.
that.
I thought we were gonna talk about that when we first talking about Key West food.
Damn
like,
it!
Like, who was it? Nick or Jared? One of you guys was
went
had
to
the
the car.
van open.
I went to the car and I pulled up with the door open. Because here's
So-
the thing, guys. That wouldn't have been on us. That would not have been on us. That was not us being wrong. That was not us being ignorant. That establishment would have asked for that at that point.
Where-
He
So-
did not come to our
No,
table.
it was a woman. It was a woman.
She
Let's
did not
bring it
come
here,
to our
bring it-
table for
Bring it
40
back.
minutes.
Bring it
40
back to
minutes.
explain.
Yeah.
So we were at we were in Key West, and we were at a restaurant I don't remember where the hell it was. It was a cool restaurant. We were
It was
like in the
outside.
stand.
I
Like,
think it
right
was
on the
our last
water.
day there too. I
Yeah,
think
it
it was
was
our
cool.
last day.
It was cool, and I think what 5 of us at the table eating, and finished our food. Like everybody's cool. Like we're just waiting for the check, and again we're kind of like, what are we gonna do? Like, is it gonna have to be all together, separate? We're just sitting there waiting. How many times do you think she walked past us and just looked at us?
10 at least.
Had to be at least. And I don't know if she thought that she already had taken
The
the check
table
or-
next to us, like, was way behind us. They got their checks, and that's when it was like, all right, Nick, go to the car. Like, we're leaving.
If that was
And we
15
sat
minutes,
there-
if we waited 15 more minutes, we were leaving. Like that was
5 more. 5 more.
Have you ever walked out? Have you ever like gotten food and walked out?
Hey, real quick before we go that route, let's talk about the benefits of bad service, though. And there's a side. There's a serious side to this.
What do you mean?
So one time, I'm at the Cheesecake Factory at the Ross Park Mall, and they seat us, and like somewhere along the line was miscommunication, and like nobody came to my table for 30 minutes. And God bless my mom's soul, she is sitting there like, well, maybe it is a big menu. Maybe they're giving us time to read it. And my sister's there, and my brother-in-law's there, my brother's there, and we're sitting there, and I'm on the inside. So you already know, like, I'm hungry. I've been shopping with my family, and you know I don't like doing that. And I am hungry.
Real quick, if I'm
chewing.
sitting in I don't care how big the menu is. If I'm sitting for 30 minutes and I don't see anybody, something's wrong.
Like, can I get a water while I read it? Like,
You didn't even get a water?
nobody looked at us. They kept walking by us. Like, nobody looked at us. And I'm on the inside, so like you guys can see me now. Like, my foot's tapping. Like, I'm sitting on the table like this. My mom's like, calm down.
Yeah.
My mom's like, calm down. Eleni's like, Nick, don't make a scene.
And he's doing
And I'm like, let me out. 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 So after 30 minutes, she finally agrees to let me out. I go to the table. I was like, hey, I don't want to be a pain. I'm being nice. And I was like, we sat down like 30 minutes ago, and we have not seen or talked to anyone or anybody at the Cheesecake Factory. And she goes, what's your name? And I told her her name. She goes, oh, my God. You did. Like, you've been sitting there since this time. I have not even a name for your table. Who's on it? I swear to you guys, by the time I got back, I had 2 managers and 2 waiters. And I had 3 free appetizers, 3 free slices of cheesecake, and a discounted meal. And I had the best service after that I've ever had. My water never got halfway. You know how I drink. You know how I drink water. Like, boom, boom. It never got halfway.
See, that's
So
how
I was
it should be.
like, if you sent me, I would do that every time I go out to eat. If I could like pick that, I'd say, yeah.
Well,
I'll
I'd
just
sit there for 30
I'd say,
minutes.
you guys can ignore me and screw this up for 30 minutes. Like, I'll gladly take the 30-minute penalty to have the rest of this.
See, I don't
Like-
have any silver lining for bad service. We the worst service we ever had was in an Applebee's, and they dropped our food on the ground and served it to us, and they didn't give us shit for free. It came out cold. It came out cold, and then we
We
actually
were at Pizza Hut, Job, right?
no
Don't do that.
no.
Didn't we walk out of Pizza Hut?
No, I'll tell you where we walked out of, and I have eaten there since we've walked out of there, so hopefully they don't listen to this and, like, ban us. Bubba's Burgers. We went to Bubba's Burgers, and
Ooh.
But it was bad at the beginning. They were bad.
we were there.
They
I
were
think it was
bad.
my mom. I think it was my mom. It was all 4 of us, and
He
we
walked
sat
out?
there for, I think it got up to 2.5
I don't think
hours
I
we
was
were
there.
sitting there.
and
And
then you're totally right.
2.5 hours, and we looked at each other. It was like nobody's even like come check. Like we got our food or our appetizer and sat there for 2 hours. And after the appetizers, I was just like, we gotta go.
All
We gotta
right.
go. I do get terrified every time I
did you
walk
get-
in there now. Like they're
did you
gonna
get
put
the
a gun
pretzel?
to my head. Yeah,
We remember you.
Man.
yeah.
Fucking- the Bubba
Well,
Burgers pretzel's good.
I think that's bad because when I've been there, which is very limited, so it could be different. It's never crazy packed.
No.
No.
Well, it's in a
bad
horrible.
location.
It's in a horrible
Bad
location.
location.
Yeah, no, but I just mean they
But
should
if they
never
get that
mess
new
with that.
interchange, it'll be in a great location.
Yeah,
Because
they
it's gonna be right
I
next-
don't know when the hell that It's gonna.
Well, it's because of the
Yeah,
bats.
that'll come the same. That'll
What are you
come.
talking about?
That'll come the same time the fucking water park was supposed to come up there.
for-
Oh, I remember
Yeah.
that.
Well, for like
Jump, it's about the bats. We gotta wait for the bats to.
for
to
Ohio,
No, that was
for Ohio
bullshit.
Valley people. No, it was for Ohio Valley people that listen. The Highlands, they're supposed to get a new exit and entrance like on the backside.
Before
of the
you go
Highlands,
up
like,
2 Mile Hill, it's like
yeah,
there's
like
that little
towards like
shack on the
Menards.
left,
Yeah,
and you
towards
come right
Menards
up
and
the
stuff.
back to Menards, and then Bubba's would be in a good place.
Yeah, but now they had but they had to cut those trees down and let them sit for like 5 years because the bats cleared out. But apparently the bats are gone now. They're good.
They knocked a bunch of
But-
trees down, and then the bats were like, I don't know what.
They
They
had to
just
let the
hang
bats
out for a
relocate.
while. I don't know
The
why.
bats had to relocate.
Should have lit
The
it
bats,
all on
the
fire.
bats didn't go back to the cave. But
So
What?
yeah, yeah. So that's the worst dining experience I've had. But other than that, I haven't really had a bad time. The only issues I ever have with service are just like not getting a refill. Other than that, I mean I guess that's not a horrible problem faced with all the other problems I've ever had in my life. But
There's no service like Drover.
It can be bad. I need.
There's
2
no
drinks a
service
week.
like Drover's service when we get our girl though.
do you
When we get our girl, and I have a pitcher of my drink with a straw in it because she knows I like my refill, so she just fills me up a pitcher.
Smart by her. Costs her nothing to do that, so it's like
say
it saves her trips.
You're a
Like,
sauce
you're the
guy like
bottle.
me. You're a sauce guy like
Mhm.
me. We're dippers. We're dippers
Yep.
in sauce. I sometimes I'll ask for sauce and I don't get it, and it'll delay my meal because like I'm
Oh.
not gonna. I don't want to lessen my experience without my sauce.
I
Yeah.
think it's disrespectful to a T to the chef. Just
No.
like when Jarrett salts and peppers his food without trying it. I think it's disrespectful to the chef.
oh, I always try at least a little bit.
He
Jarrett, I've seen you just immediately grab the S&P. Now,
Well,
I'll say
that's
this:
the
Jarrett goes S&P on everything. He always has. He always will. Like if there's not S&P on the table, I can't tell you the last time I've grabbed a salt or pepper off the table and used it on my meal.
It just gives it a little bit more.
Hannah,
But have you delayed?
Hey, give it some.
Have you delayed your dining experience because of that?
Job, I was about to say this, Job. Listen, mine's not dining. Don't even think dining. If I get a meal picked up and I'm going home, I'm so sick in the head. There's been times I've waited over an hour trying to find a movie to put on.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I have to be
I've
like
never done that.
the
I've never.
experience. I need
don't-
to be watching a movie or a show, or I can't and I'll get pissed at myself. Like pick something, and I just can't.
There were
I'll
times
sit
where
there.
there were
agree with
times
you.
when. Go ahead.
Well, I've never done an hour. An hour is insane. That's crazy. But no, I have to pick the right. I don't do a movie. I do YouTube. I have to pick the right video. Like it can't be.
Yeah,
It can't
yeah.
be something I have to be locked in on. It's something that I
Mhm.
can eat
It's
like in
hard.
the background.
It's
It's
hard.
tough. It's
Yeah.
really tough. Usually I'll go like a I don't know, like a highlight video or something or something like something again that I don't have to be locked in.
Yeah.
But no, I don't. I agree. I agree that I have to pick the correct
sick.
thing.
Back
I'm
when we
sick
lived
of that.
together,
To
when
watch.
we lived together, I vividly remember because we would get
So bad. You guys make me so mad.
we would get
Like,
food
you
from the
can't do
Dirty
it
Dog a
in
lot.
TV.
Like we would get
I gotta watch YouTube while I eat. I have to have something on the screen. Red does it now too. It just makes me so mad. How about you sit down, you eat for 5 seconds because Jub, you don't. It doesn't last more than 60 seconds. So
Nah.
unless you're watching a YouTube video for a minute,
me
there's
putting
no point in what you're doing.
anything on is
Say
useless.
you stare at the bowl until it's empty, no matter what you're eating,
Nope.
just like me. No,
Perfect.
no.
I love a Pitch Perfect. I watched the whole movie.
True.
I did
Oh,
today.
You
No,
live
but
on
say
rice. You
there were
live on
times
rice the whole time.
when we lived together, I would come into the house and you had just gotten food like from the Dirty Dog and had come in the house before me, and I'd go back into my room, maybe do something, shower maybe or fix something, and then come back into the living room, and you were
Haven't even
still on like you hadn't even touched your food yet.
He'd be set up. He'd be set up nice and tall in his seat at the little black table. He'd
Yep.
be like this, and he'd have everything, and he'd be just.
I
ready
do.
to go.
I do
What a
wish I
place,
could eat
man.
like you, though. I really do wish I could eat like you.
What?
You are so methodical, and you get every morsel off of the bone of a chicken. I am too ravenous. I'm like a just
I've
like
thought I've
some.
cracked my teeth before chewing on gristle.
If you look at
Love
Say's,
to
if
gristle.
you look at Say's bone bowl at like Drover's, it looks like they dropped him in acid and they pulled him out. They're
It is
bleached. Yeah.
I
But
go
you
back
guys,
through
like,
too.
to me, like, here, you guys are gonna get mad at me, but I feel like the work for a bone-in wing is just too much.
No,
I'd
you're
rather
wrong.
just take a boneless. Boom.
There's no work for a bone-in. Have you ever seen the umbrella method?
No
Where you, like,
bullshit.
smash
Don't
it,
know.
I don't.
That's
I'm not a fan.
that's
You
a
don't
gimmick.
even do that.
I know, 'cause
No.
I've never had the perfectly cooked wing, but I want to do it bad. But I'm telling you right,
Silent shot.
That is a
Wing-
shot.
then take the shot. I've yet to have the perfectly cooked wing. I'd say that.
Not one.
I love Drovers to death. I would tell my girl, I'd be like, hey, I've yet to have the freaking one that falls off the bone.
I don't think are they supposed to do that? I mean, like,
No,
you
it's
like
a
hold it up,
method.
but not like a
You break-
rib. Like,
It's
you
a
gotta
gimmick.
push it into the table to
Yes.
break it. But working on a bone-in chicken wing isn't hard. Now, if you eat it like a total freak, it is.
I think that's
But-
the right way to eat them. I think that's the right way.
No, I think that's insane.
Nick literally will take a bite, and fucking toss it in the bowl. I'm like, what the hell?
I
Oh.
can see the way that he bite, but he
Yeah,
does that. He goes,
he picks up
I'll
his
say
picture
this.
like this
I'll
in
say
between
this.
his wrists.
And you guys
Fucking
get so mad about it, but shout out to Dave Stonky on changing my approach of Drovers because I love
Oh, yeah,
large
this is
wing, sub, fries with the hoagie. I love it. Steak hoagie, large wing. Instead of getting a large wing and cheese fries, I just make the fries that come with the hoagie cheese fries, and it's like a $2 difference, and I'm getting another full sandwich.
$2 difference. You're getting a whole nother meal.
Yeah, for $2 more.
No.
Oh, you're saying that if you did two.
Listen, I'll tell you
wings-
this. I've done it countless times. If I get a large wing and a large order of cheese, or the side order of cheese fries, or a large wing and a steak hoagie that comes with cheese fries, it's like $32 to $29.
Well, listen, then that is the biggest scam. How the hell are fries?
They're
costing
loose.
a
Yeah,
scam
yeah,
wing?
yeah. That's ridiculous.
And
I had to do some
I'll say
research.
this: I love Drovers. F that. Taking away the waffle fries is the dumbest move. in
Worst
history.
thing they've ever done. Worst.
Red actually said like he orders it every time just in case they say okay.
That's
Um,
actually really funny.
There is something people, because my mom is one of those people that she doesn't like eating chicken wings because she doesn't like to see the bone that is of previously on the animal. Like she does.
Yeah,
If she
I don't
eats
even
chicken,
think about it like that.
yeah, if she eats chicken, she doesn't want it to look like the animal that was just had its head cut off.
Yeah.
But I think eating a wing there's something about it that's just you get in there.
My second favorite food on the planet.
What's your
besides-
burger?
Well, no. Okay, food. I just mean like hibachi. I want hibachi.
Oh,
I can
okay,
eat
yeah.
every day. I can eat wings every day. Like
I'll say
so
this
it's my
though.
second favorite type.
People, I know the food debate is a common thing, but I've yet to be a place where I would put wings. Like if you go to Drover's, that's what you're gonna get. Other than Nick, who's a freak, but
People say I get wings. I just also get a steak hoagie. People say, and this is true, and I think it's very
don't pull some
underappreciated.
bullshit. Don't pull
I think
bullshit.
I think this valley has very good food compared to some other places. Not saying they don't have good food and cool restaurants, they do, but like, I think the chicken wings or East Coast chicken wings are by far like, especially like Northeast chicken wings.
Again, hibachi.
Appalachian chicken
Anywhere
wings,
you
like-
go, hibachi anywhere else is nowhere near as good. As
You
I
you
don't
said
think-
that for a long time. That
and
Well,
like
we
people
also
that live
know
in
that.
Cali, yeah,
We
people
also
in
know
Cali
that.
and stuff, they're always like, no, like I need fusion when I come home because it's fucking Benihana's dog shit out there.
have you been to other fusions?
Yeah, I've been to Morgantown and watched
Morgantown.
Is it better? Is it not as good as Wheelie?
No, it's the same as ours. It's
So,
good.
it's good. No, I'm saying it's good. Like farther away ones.
Like I'm talking, if you went to a Fusion in Kansas, it sucks.
Shout out Kansas.
I feel like
the tsunami in Florida we went to was good, but like to me, it was only super good because it has the smoothest rice.
the water tasted like copper.
But like it had smooth rice, but
The
other
water was
than
straight
that,
copper. I feel like, and probably everybody that lives wherever they live says this, but like Ohio Valley food is great. Like
people
it's
move away.
really good.
People move away and they come back. They're like, dude, I can't get wings like this anymore.
I mean, the wing scene, Coleman's, DeCarlo's, even like just
See, I
pizza,
knew Nick was
pizza,
gonna start doing
pizza
that.
in general. I'll say pizza in general. We had the big.
You know what's
big
low?
one time.
You know what's low key? Oh yeah, and you didn't invite me, which was criminal that I wasn't on the pizza topic. But Coleman's egg rolls, you can only get them at what's the place in Belair and Coleman's? They're pork rolls. What's the? Oh come on, guys! This is the hot dogs.
It starts with a G.
Gulas. You can get these pork rolls at Gulas. Gulas and Coleman's. It's the only place. I've been trying to find if like they have like joint operations or if they just have like a provider I don't know about. I need to find boxes of them. They are so good.
The problem with Coleman, you like Coleman, say?
Yeah.
The problem with Coleman's is you go in there and you smell like a pier afterwards. You smell like you were just fishing on the.
There's a few places like that I get actually like. Center Market, you go in, you have to like you have to wash your clothes, shower after you stink.
It's like, hey,
there's another place, Jub.
How you know? You smell like shit.
It's crazy. The other place.
It's really good food. I'll bring that up. Coleman's is really good. I love Coleman's. I think Coleman's is great, and I think people that don't like Coleman's, I think just don't like fish sandwiches to begin with. But
what about if they get a chicken boat?
Somebody brought Coleman's into our office. It smelled like somebody had caught fish and just laid them out into the.
Wonder where they get their fish from.
The river.
The river.
Why'd you guys say river, not the river?
Yeah,
river.
I struggle getting. I'll be honest with you. I like Coleman's, but I struggle getting to it because Tito's is a weak spot for me.
Ooh.
And I really like Tito's hot dogs, and then I'll go some Tito's dogs, maybe with like some Tito's cheese fries. Then I'll go see my girls at Valley Cheese for a sweet tea and a cookie, and then it's like on. Like I could go 4 to 5 Tito's hot dogs. And the crazy stuff is Tito's has good wraps. Tito's has good sandwiches.
Well, I'll tell you, Center Market. Seriously, like I've never been anywhere like it in the world. It like you said, Tito's, Coleman's, and then you go Valley Cheese. Then you got the roast beef
house. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Favorite cookies in the whole world from Valley Cheese. They're $1 sugar cookies. They're incredible.
But listen, and another thing
every time.
Let me talk about the beef house real quick.
Oh boy.
So listen, bro. When they had Osaka down there, like we center marketed. Like no matter where we were, like all walks of life. Like Noltz would be at work, and he would literally walk out of work to meet us at Center Market.
We would go there from West Lib. We'd go for lunch.
But one day, I made it a point. I said, no, I'm going down there today, and I'm eating the beef house. I'm tired of looking at it. I'm tired of getting all these other places. I'm eating the beef house. And I walked up to that counter, and I ordered legitimately $50 worth of things. Like I was trying the beef house sample. Like I got the big mic, I got the sides. I was going full beef house, and I went to pay.
Good.
I went to pay, and she says to me, in 2020,
cash only.
We're cash only.
Oh.
And I said, "Has you got an ATM?" And she goes, "Oh, it's across the market down by Vicelli's." And I said, "Oh, then I canceled my order." And I went right to Osaka, and I got Jeffrey Joe's. And I've never been back there since. There's just no way. To me, there's no way.
You know who would be really mad at you?
Your dad.
Coach.
Yeah. He gets so pissed about.
What did you ever do?
Well, number
which
one.
I understand. I mean,
Every time I
No,
go into
I
that
know.
center market, it looks like the beef house has been closed for 40 years, and there's nobody there. It's dusty. There's like the signs are all crooked. And then I'll see like one person go up, and the lady's got to, she's got to break it out of the freezer with a pickaxe, come slop it on some grill. I don't know. Maybe it's really good, but I've
It's not the
never
number
seen
one
anybody.
answer. I feel like there's a lot better answers. Job, I'm gonna switch topics real quick before we head out here. This is a big hot topic. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. Have you guys heard of Mary Kate Cornett yet?
No,
No.
I
First of
saw
all,
you texted. I saw
First of
you
all,
text.
have you guys ever heard of the SEC burnerverse?
No.
It's
This is the
so-
world that only you
so
live in.
on Twitter, it's this. Basically, it's just a bunch of burner accounts from the SEC. Like people you probably not even people that go to SEC schools. Like just make these stupid ass burner accounts and then like just tweet bullshit, whatever. But last night, a big development, probably the all time, that was disgusting. An all time development from the burnerverse came up. A girl from Ole Miss named Mary Kate Cornett apparently cheated on her boyfriend with her boyfriend's dad.
Oh, this is what we were talking about last
I
night.
heard about that.
Yes, so she cheated on her. her
How do
boyfriend.
people know though?
So I don't.
Jared,
I
what's the
don't know
comment say? Jared, what's the comment say?
What do you mean?
The one comment?
Oh
What's
yeah,
it
that
say?
she should he should sleep with her his dad's wife.
Oh yeah, even the score. Yeah. So I just the
Which if
Twitter
you're
has been
dumb,
going
that's his
insane.
mom.
Yes. Yeah. So it's been
Even
so,
the
so
score.
all right, so time out. Let's rewind here. So how has this become popular? How has this become
And her name's Mary Ellen Schuster.
Mary Kate Cornett.
You're close, Nick. Close.
Yeah, very close. But no, it's become a big thing because of these SEC burner accounts that just take it and it just. I mean, first of all, it's insane. I mean, it's a wild thing that even happened, and then they just take it to a whole nother level with like the memes and stuff. But honestly, I don't know if you were her. I saw a guy say there's two options. You could either move away, transfer schools, change your name, like completely just go off the grid, or you could do like the Hawk Tua thing, go to LA, make a podcast, and now you're a millionaire in a couple weeks.
There's a
That's
third
probably the route to
there's a
go.
third option there, but we'll not keep it. We'll not make it dark, but yeah.
I don't know. I just a good thing from the thing is that I think his name is Aaron, the guy that was the boyfriend. People were just sending him money on Venmo and saying like, "Hey man, like, sorry about
no. Then they need to pay Montoya. Montoya needs paid.
Oh
Who?
yeah, your boy, your boy.
That's my boy Montoya. You haven't seen that, Joe?
No.
Freaking, it's a similar thing in just the fact that the whole world is watching his life just be blown up. Like if they're on a reality show and there's video of like his
Oh,
like, the boyfriend,
okay, yeah.
and then his girl's like having sex with somebody.
Montoya, that was bad. The
Yes.
reality show where he was like, they were live streaming the
Here's the problem with that. I
That's
don't know
bad.
what I would do. What do you do? There's
You
I
saw
don't-
what he did? He
Drop
took off.
your
He
knees,
just
drop
ran
your-
to the water.
did he throw the TV or something? He kicked the TV.
Kicked it. Yeah, he ran
Drop
to the
to your
water.
knees and cry. I mean,
And it's
Nah,
not only is it bad that now that happened, but now that millions of people now know that
Yeah.
happened.
that
Would
would
you?
actually
real.
maybe make me feel
I
better.
don't know.
That millions of people saw exactly the type of person.
Well, because
you,
then probably
you gotta know how I feel. Like I have no remorse for people like that.
it's my.
Now,
my-
granted, it's reality. It's reality TV, so in reality,
Yeah, Jared's right. It could not even be
Like,
real.
Yeah. Well, I want to go back to real quick the Mary Kate thing. The guy, his name's Evan. And some of the shit. I mean, he's just getting Venmo pay after, like, because people figured out his name, so they just.
How
look him
much
up on
money
Venmo.
is he think he's made?
I mean, within like 3 minutes, like some guy sends him and says, just a quote: "The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. Take this 200 and buy loads of bag to get over this." This guy says sorry. She showed her true colors. Hope this fun's a date night for someone new. Chin up, king. Some guy sends coke and strippers. Says, keep your head up, twin.
I mean,
Buy
how
yourself
much
some
has
gum,
that
poor
been?
guy.
What
Well,
you
you
just
can't
read?
see the amounts, but like, I mean, this was all within 15 minutes of. This guy says Plan B for her mom.
Oh my God!
Jesus. But it says, big dog, I'm so sorry. Chin up, bro. Drink on me. Head up, man. So I mean, at least people were kind of, supporting Evan.
It
in this
probably
very tough time.
like, unless that girl was like, he thought she's like the one that he's just, it probably, well, no, his life, he's never probably going to speak to his dad again.
Yeah, like,
but other than, I guess it's kind of crazy to say other than that.
Here's the thing too, though.
I mean, other than that, things are probably good. I mean, probably
he
gonna
could
turn
be
out
super
better than
famous
him.
now. He could be super
Yeah.
famous now. Like, come out and talk about it.
And another thing is, if it, like, yeah, you shouldn't do that, but like, also like, if it wasn't his son's girlfriend, it would be good for dad.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys have seen her, she just smoke. I mean, she's.
How old's the dad?
She's in her 20s.
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
he's older than
probably
Eustace,
50,
Joe.
I would imagine.
Older than Eustace? Was he fucking 70?
Let me see if I can.
Who's
I mean,
Eustace?
Eustace from fucking
Courage.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Old man.
Stupid dog.
It's the craziest thing. It is the craziest thing. Seriously.
I mean, how do you think your life would?
Yeah, wait. Also, why is Jared in the SEC burner verse?
I
For
don't know.
baseball.
guy. I'm an
He
SEC
is.
guy.
Do you think?
No,
The minute that I wonder how he found out.
That's what I mean. I wish.
Yeah,
Listen, go on, make a podcast. He can make money
Dude.
too.
he could explain the whole thing and then
Invite him to the podcast. Invite him on.
We might have to.
I mean,
That
can you
might
imagine
reach
walking
out
in
to
on
Evan.
that? I would just fucking.
I think
don't
it was
know what
like
I would
over
do.
like a Snapchat
I
message.
say
Like somebody
Listen,
sent
it wasn't
said,
in person. I can guarantee you.
Yeah.
There'd be two options:
Somebody be dead.
Somebody get
Yeah.
arrested and the body bag. Those two things would be involved if it was in person.
Oh, good God.
Yeah. So I guess prayers up for Evan. Hopefully he's making some money right now.
And Montoya. And Montoya.
Yeah, and Montoya. Hopefully they both feel better.
Why is
The
that your
bong
boy?
goes. Oh, just because the dude that said, man, I don't know what I'd do if my girl's ass was getting played like the bong goes.
For millions of people to see.
Yeah.
Oh.
Say you're a big real quick, and we'll finish up with this. You and Jarrett specifically are big into reality TV.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jub,
I
I put
used
you
to.
on. Do you remember that show? Love.
Oh no. The one
Ex
where
on
they're
the beach.
yes, that one and the one where they're in the hotel, or it's like one big thing.
Oh, the circle.
Circle.
That was called Circle. Yeah.
Was that what it was? Yeah. Oh,
And they're
that
they
that
don't
big
see each
girl.
other.
That big girl. She like
It was like a cat. It was kind of like Catfish.
yeah.
Yeah.
You had to like trust.
You don't know
whether or not-
who's really looking like
Yeah,
what.
yeah.
And, yeah.
Like you had to like base it off their voice and stuff like that.
But
Yeah.
what's like what have you been watching anything recently?
Oh, you know the challenge. I watched the last season.
Dude, I didn't watch that whole last season. I really liked the challenge. Love Island, I think, is the big thing now. I think people love Love Island because there's like
Yeah.
Love Island UK. I think.
Mhm.
Like,
Did
Love
you
Island,
ever get
like,
into
US.
were you ever into like Jersey Shore and that back when that
Oh,
was big?
God. Listen, we would watch it. Me and my family would watch it every Thursday when it came out.
Your
every
family
Thur-
would watch.
That's
Jersey
what
Shore?
I told Bailey that. She was like, "You and your family watched?" I'm like, "Yes." Me, my mom,
Hey,
and dad watched
guys,
it every
It's
Thursday.
it's family movie night. What are we watching? Oh,
what's
Jersey Shore.
Snooki doing? Yes.
Getting her ass beat.
Would you?
Ronnie and Sammy are fighting.
Who would you rather be? Were you ever into TLC shit? Like the stuff on TLC, like
John and Kate +8 and shit like that.
Honey Boo Boo and.
No,
Hell no.
I stayed
Hell
far
no.
away from.
What about like
TLC.
My 600-Pound Life? You ever see that?
I've seen it, but I've never been locked in.
I was a huge 1,000-Pound Sisters fan. With
Wait, is that the Tammy or something?
Tammy
Yeah,
and
Tammy and
I've
Amy?
seen
Tammy and Amy.
I've seen TikTok like stuff about them.
Oh, she
That
says,
makes me feel like I've seen the show.
there's one thing that I know about. Oh my God, have you watched Hoarders?
No, but I've seen.
No, listen, you've got to say you will fucking die laughing. There's this woman, and they talk about this. I think Andrew Santino might have talked about this, or maybe Shane Gillis or something. There's this woman, she's a hoarder, and she has this toilet that got clogged, and she collects like all kinds of shit and just doesn't throw it away. She just has garbage all over her house. I would pull it up if I could right now, but there's this woman, this is so fucked up. If you're eating right now, don't continue to eat or turn this off and put it back on later. There's a woman that her toilet got clogged, so she like
This is going in the right
she
direction.
shit and pissed into this toilet until it filled all the way to the top. So then she closed it off and didn't use it, and then she would just go into a bucket. And she would pour the bucket into the, like the big Hawaiian punch things. She would pour them into those, close it, and then store them in her house. And she just held on to them. And then she ran out of room, so she would just go into the bucket, pour it into a smaller bucket, and then walk into the backyard and throw it into the backyard. And the guy says, there's a guy that was the cameraman, and he says, you do realize that it stinks in here, right? And she goes, yeah, it's a musty smell, right? And he says, you know what that smell is? And she goes, yeah, it's all the mold and dust. And he goes, no, that's not it. And he goes, it's all the fecal matter that's in the house. And then she says she's like talking about her house, and it's horrific. If you want to watch it, just look up like
hell no.
It's hilarious, and that's actually kind of sad. But she says this isn't the worst house you've ever seen, right? And the cameraman says this is by far the worst house I've ever seen.
No way.
So at the end, they're clearing out her house, like getting rid of shit, and she doesn't want to get rid of anything. There's like bread that has been like tainted with shit, and it's moldy and green, and she keeps everything. So she says at the end, as they're clearing stuff out, she says, I'm going to go in and eat all the stuff that I have in there as my last hurrah.
Oh my God.
She died that day.
That's horrible. That's
it's unbelievable. If you want to go watch it, go watch it. But that's all.
Good thing I'm getting ready to go eat dinner right now.
Yeah, don't shit into a bucket. And thanks for listening to.
Don't toss it in the yard.
I think Nick, he had not an emergency, but he had to
fill up something.
Fill up his own Hawaiian punch.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do this again sometime, and I'll come a little bit more prepared next time. But thanks for joining us, episode 149. Is that right? Say Nick with us this episode, and we'll see you here next time. Pine Room.
See you guys.